Over West Side, everybody know everybody, right? I got nothing but love in my heart for West Side niggas, nothing but love.
Live from Detroit, live from Detroit, live
yeah. Pink suits with hats to match, big crocodiles and Cadillacs. You looking for the fattest sacks? This is where it's at. Windows tinted, seats fully reclined. Keep the hands on the burner, cause niggas know that it's money on their mind.
Yo, what up, though? It's your man Jay Johnson, a.k.a. the tinfoil hat titan, a.k.a. the conspiracy realist, a.k.a. the technology snob, Steve Jobs Jr., don't text him with your green bubbles, a.k.a. I only debate my equals, everybody else I teach, also known as Juice cause all the hoes say, J.U. Ice, Young Caesar cause you know you can't run without me, Mr. If you don't like me, fight me. I got kicked out of Noah's Ark because they couldn't find another animal just like me, a.k.a. the West Side T'Challa, the new leader of Wakanda. Don't debate me, debate your mama. I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. What up?
What up, though? It's your man Dame, 3_313. The West Side Landlord, the Pride of PA. High Chief Dame, don't fuck around. The liquor store legend, the corner store conquistador, your mama's favorite dame, and the David Ruffin of the Shop Talk Podcast, because you know who the fuck they came to see. Not you, Otis. It's no better than these 4 letters. Thank God for Dame. And if you speaking on Dame, you better say it nice. And if you don't put the boss in front, then bitch, you not saying it right. It's the Honorable Judge Boss Dame and this bitch all rise. I am a motherfucking black belt. And it's time for the fucking Kumite. Let's go, man.
Yo, welcome back. Shop Talk Podcast, episode 440.
On you hoes. 440.
Yeah, my pops got a
big 440.
69 Road Runner with a 440 engine.
He still has it?
Yeah.
Does he drive it?
No, not really. Purple, too.
I mean, but it'll crank up, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Fuck, what he doing with it?
He's always had one. When we was younger, he had an old one that was in the garage, and he was gonna fix it up. You know what I'm saying? And then he packed so much shit in the garage, and the garage was like you couldn't walk in our garage. That's how packed it was.
I got you.
Then like rats got into it, and it was just this old car that was sitting back there. When he finally got rid of it, and he bought him one. I don't know, I was still in high school. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even late middle school, but high school, which was still 24 years ago.
Yeah.
And my uncle had like a 69 Stingray. So they used to go down to the Dreams Cruise all the time, you know. But yeah, he still got it. I also wanted like I almost got like a purple Challenger, you know, because it's that same purple.
Yeah.
And when I see that, it looks like my dad Road Runner. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I wish I would be able to just like buy him one of those too and shit. You know?
Yeah, that'd be dope.
But I might end up getting one at some point in life just cause.
That's funny. My pops used to have. He said he had the first edition Camaro. He said he bought it fresh off the line. It was like $5 or $6 grand. And I remember my other homeboy Jason. Shout out to my man Van Pierce, new dad and shit. But he told when my homeboy Jay bought his Camaro, naturally the newer one, he was like, "Man, my biggest regret is I got rid of the Camaro." He said, "I wish I would have kept it." He said it had been an OG. He said it was bright yellow with a black racing stripe down the middle. So my homeboy Jay still got his Camaro. And I'd be like, man, why don't you get rid of it? Like, you do well for yourself. He was like, man, that conversation with your dad. He was like, he regretted ever getting rid of it. He was like, I'm going to keep this bitch forever.
In real life, I mean, I've been wanting a 1988 Camaro Z28 IROC since I saw the movie Ghost. That's what Patrick Swayze had. But that was like a brand new car then. Like that wasn't an old school. That was like the new model back then or whatever. But like, I mean, it could have been old.
Crystal had an 89 IROC. That was my ex-wife. That was her first car.
Man.
Motherfucker was loud as hell, but it was sweet.
Man, I be thinking like, dog, what if I just went and bought all my old cars again? I would have like a a 1989 yellow Aries K car, a 91 Cavalier, a 92 Escort, a 96 Escort, a 96 Escort, then the 97 Lincoln Continental, then the 94 Grand Marquis, then the 2006 Taurus, then the 2010 Charger,
You had a lot of cars.
then
my
the
nigga.
2013 what was that?
You had a
Silverado.
truck. Yeah, I'm about to say you had a truck somewhere in there.
Silverado. Then the 2014 Malibu, and then now my current vehicle.
Hey man, your current car, does it use a key?
No,
I just feel like you put your hand over the hood and say Jesus wept, and that bitch should start up.
that's funny. No, he's had either your. There's a card that you can have, but you get in with your phone.
Okay.
As long as your phone is on you, you can get in the car.
So if your phone die,
Use the actual card.
Oh,
I got it's a little credit card, debit card.
so
type
the Jesus
thing.
wept won't work.
Yeah, but yeah, man. Anywho, I don't even know how we got them. Them shits don't exist, dog. Fucking panda bears don't exist, dog.
No, they do exist. They do exist.
You seen one?
I've seen one at the zoo, my nigga.
How close were you?
Close enough to know the bitch wasn't a fucking painted chow chow.
No, you don't know that, dog. You don't know that. What zoo? Detroit Zoo? You know fucking pandas in Detroit Zoo.
Have I seen one at the zoo?
No, we ain't never seen a panda, dog.
Nah, man. I feel like I've seen a panda at the zoo.
I went to the zoo about a year ago.
I mean, I'm not saying they there right now, but like in our lifetime.
I ain't never seen the pandas on the paperwork, nigga. They don't even got the fucking elephant feet on the ground no more. Ain't no elephants.
Ain't no elephant.
Ain't no elephants in the zoo right now.
Since when? COVID?
I didn't go to the zoo in 2020, but like, ain't no elephants, nigga.
Last time I went to
They
the
just
zoo,
got the gorillas back.
last time I went to the zoo was right before COVID. I had a date there with a woman, and we was at the zoo all day.
Yeah, I went there. If it wasn't this summer, it was. I think it was last summer. Now I think about it, yeah, it was last summer. So last year, 2023. I went, took my camera. I was there with a young lady, and yeah, it was a really good
Damn,
time.
man, ain't no elephants.
They don't even got the paintings on the like.
Yeah, the hoof print.
'Cause
Do
they
you
know.
call them hoof prints? The footprints on the ground.
I don't know what you call that shit.
None of the animals or just the elephants?
It was only the elephants that used to be them little.
There's some birds somewhere else in there.
But it wasn't never no prints.
No, it is bird prints somewhere else in there.
No, it ain't nothing then.
Damn, man. I wish I wish you could smoke inside the zoo.
Well, every year in shit around this time.
They got that zoo after dark shit.
Yeah.
That's the last. Well, I went to that one time with a woman, and we had a good time. Got buzzed.
Man, I bought
saw the
tickets
animals.
and didn't go.
That was the rain incident.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
That was frustrating.
I remember
Because I was
that.
thinking like, damn, why didn't I go? Because it was raining that day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, that motherfucker was flaky all the time anyway. So I just, in my brain, it was her fault. But now I do remember.
Just
it
blame
was
it on her.
raining.
Women are liars. All of them.
Anywho, how was your week, my brother?
Can we talk about that one thing this week, or should we?
Nah.
All right. Then other than that, man, week was cool, dog. You know, I can't even complain about shit. Had a couple days off this week. I looked at my CTO bank at work. I had like 130.
CTO?
Yeah.
What that
Combined time off.
Okay.
And I had like 130 hours. I was like, I should probably start taking these bitches before the end of the year because they don't roll over till next year. So anytime I see a day off on the calendar, I'm just putting my name down. I don't give a fuck what day it is.
I got between now and like February, I got like 80 some hours.
That's a nice amount.
Yeah, but I like to get paid out for a portion of mine, so I keep them.
Yeah, my job don't pay out.
They pay you up to $1,000.
Yeah.
So I manage it, and then like I don't never like not having no time left. I do go to work every day. I don't call off.
Okay.
But I don't like the fact that I can't call off if I don't got no time. You know what I'm saying? Like I could be around. I can not go to work for a fucking week. Like I got the time, but like I don't like to not have the time. If I'm not calling off, but if I wanted to, goddamn it, like it's always an option.
An emergency or something.
Yeah, like I'm never like, oh man, I don't got the time. Like I'm always gonna be comfortable. Like worst case scenario, I'm not going.
Is we recording still?
Yeah.
Okay. You remember we used to work with this crazy.
You remember our business parlors, Marcellus Wallace, don't you?
We used to work with
it's a unicorn.
We used to work with a crazy motherfucker named Vic back in the day. Do you remember that nigga? He was tall and louder than a motherfucker.
Bald head?
Nah, man, he wore a big afro like Ludacris.
I don't remember.
His name was Vic. But back in the day, we used to get all of our paid time off in January. So say like, you've worked up to the point where you get like 120 hours.
Yeah.
It would all be in January. This nigga Vic would take all his time off at one time.
Yeah, they stopped doing that shit.
But hold on. This motherfucker, his reasoning for doing it, he was like, look, man, I don't know when I'm going to get fired. So I want to be sure I take all my fucking time just in case they fire me. He did that shit one year, and that was the year he got fired for sure. And he was like, my theory was right.
No, it wasn't.
I'm just saying for him, nigga.
For me,
I don't think that's
because he's an idiot. Like you didn't make no extra money, nigga. Like you got paid like you didn't make nothing extra, nigga. Like so now they do it
because when we was commission based, you damn near like a month in a hole.
So they do it now like on your anniversary date. So everybody, because like everybody just used to just start calling off when everybody got time at the same time. They was like, nah.
I remember that.
Nah,
I was there when they changed it to that shit.
Yeah. So some of it, October. The rest of it is whenever you.
Man, use all your motherfucking PTO. Fuck that job. They don't care about you. Just be sure you use your PTO, my nigga.
I hear you. But sometimes, depending on the gig, taking a random day off may make me do double the work when I come back, and I don't want to do that.
I feel you because
what I'm saying? Like, because sometimes it's somebody else to do your job, or sometimes like, nigga, you wasn't gone a week. We gonna wait till you get back. You like,
nigga, I looked at the calendar. I'm off Monday and Tuesday this upcoming week, and I got a lot of work I need to do. But fuck it, I'm still gonna take the days.
Yeah, I mean, take it though. You know what I'm saying? Like, protect your. Y'all niggas be fronting hard with the mental shit. Like, my nigga, you just don't want to do this shit. Like, this not a mental stress day. You don't got no mental issues. Your asses don't want to fucking work today. And sometimes, if you got the time, it's okay.
That's okay.
But don't try to fluff it like it's, because my mental health is, nigga, you just don't go to work today. You was up late last night, and now you can't get out the bed. Like,
or I just don't want to go to work today. Like, some days you wake up like, man, I don't feel like dealing with that shit. And that's why you just use up all your shit. What are we watching, my niggas? Just animal pictures?
Yeah, this is, AK.
I was really hoping you was gonna put on our favorite show, $100 Million Houses.
Man, that shit had to stop. That shit had me. I'm still on Zillow. I never stopped looking at Zillow after I bought my house and shit. Like, god damn. And I just looking at a bunch of shit I can't afford. You know what I'm saying?
That we can't afford yet.
I'm probably never gonna be able to afford $130 million house, dog. I'm just keeping it real. Now, I don't even want $130 million house or $250 million house. I don't even want no shit like that. I
just wonder what the upkeep is like in that bitch.
$10 million, easy.
A month,
easy. $10 million a year, nigga, easy.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
I remember
some of them. One of them houses, they rent that bitch out as an influencer house now. Like, that's how they make their money, because we could not afford this shit. There's a bunch of brands who pay people to live there and do weird shit and different. That's how, like, Rick Ross house. Nigga, they shoot movies in that bitch. You got farm over here. You got cars over. Like, nigga, we can't really, like, just afford to live here. This is.
But at one time, niggas did live in the house.
No, Evander Holyfield bought the house.
He lived there for a second. He had a lot of kids.
Well, he's also retarded. All right, like the nigga just. You ever heard him speak?
Yeah, them hits done took their toll on him.
Before he was hit, he wasn't never.
He from the South. He just got that.
He wasn't never the
slang
brightest
to
nigga
him.
in the world. You know what I'm saying? And then he found God. So you gotta be. Never mind.
No, go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it.
Some people, you can be a zombie for good or a zombie for bad. And when a nigga already stupid and he return a zombie for another thing, it's even worse.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That nigga still fighting. He fought a couple months ago.
He doing them exhibitions.
He fought a couple months ago. It was a certified fight. It was bad. It was bad.
It wasn't no exhibition?
This nigga got beat up by a young man that I've never heard of before. A foreigner.
You know, niggas be...
And an amount of money.
They make poor financial decisions like buying a 30,000 square foot fucking house.
In the hood.
And having 15 kids. He had a lot of kids.
That's where your money
That's a lot
at.
of child support. Fuck yeah, it is.
You must be Catholic. Cause damn, nigga, pull out. They don't even believe. I don't know what Catholics believe in, but that was like, nigga, they don't believe in pulling out. They don't believe in contraceptives. They don't believe in condoms. It's God, whatever God wants.
That's right. The Lord's will.
Because
if he give it to you, he'll give you a way to take care of it.
I will pull out this motherfucker. Like, what the fuck?
I don't want to.
Well, be poor. Be fighting when you're 70 years old, getting beat the fuck up.
But look at me on the other aspect of things. I got a bunch of kids. You ain't got no kids. Now,
I don't have 15, though.
Pulling out is for suckers.
All right.
It's for suckers.
Niggas who...
Nutting that girl tonight.
Well, shit, at least get her a fucking... Have her on some sort of birth control. If she wants it.
No plan Bs.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't really with the killing the...
I'm having all my kids, bitch. I don't do no plan Bs.
Is that a rap song or something?
Yes.
Man, rap
That's
music...
BFB Pac-Man.
Rap music is so dastardly, dog. That shit horrible, nigga.
You said something today on the internet that I thought was hilarious. I like when you use these words. Niggas and they bunk ass opinions about everything.
Man, dog.
Come on, let's get into the week, my nigga, because y'all got a lot of bunk ass opinions about a bunch of bullshit.
Man, I be so frustrated, man. I spend a lot of time on YouTube, you know, and niggas title their videos "The truth about the iPhone 16 Pro Max, the truth about the new such and such." Ain't shit in this motherfucker truth. Just your opinions. Your bunk ass opinion at that. The truth about such and such. Or here you go. Gene Deal breaks his silence on the puffy. Nigga ain't never been silent a day in his life.
Gene been talking. Gene been
7
talking
years.
for years.
Been talking since 1999. Nobody broke their silence, my nigga, because wasn't nobody silent. But this is what you do for clicks and views. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jason breaks his silence on the closing of Shop Talk Podcast Studio.
Did you see Babyface Ray? He was kind of going off on niggas about like leaking his music with like new pics and fucking up his money.
No, I didn't. I seen he was on a Breakfast Club, and I seen he did his interview rounds, but I didn't watch him all. I ain't watch any yet.
No, it wasn't on one of them interviews. Like he had posted something, or it had hit the socials where like he in the backseat of the car, and he was talking about like, you know, niggas upload say like a snippet of a song. He was like, yo, that fuck up me like. And my press release of that shit, because, like, I can't build anticipation of some shit that y'all niggas already got out there.
I feel you. Niggas these days don't need it. They don't got no anticipation. But it is fucked up. I can't roll this shit out like I wanted to roll it out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, nigga, it's hard for me to, you know, everything is a rollout, but, like, nigga, it's hard for me to get the rollout that I want on this motherfucker.
It's crazy that niggas got records leaked in the digital age. Like, nigga, you know who got the file? Who'd you get it mixed and mastered through? They leaked it. Unless it's like somebody in the studio recording the audio, and then if that's the case, who was in the session?
It don't matter. It's by the time you figure it out, or by the time you even get wind of it, it's already out there. And once it hit the streets, niggas is off and running with that motherfucker.
Man, I remember
new Babyface Ray.
And it's only because you played it on your Instagram or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Not Ray, but like I remember Sada Baby had uploaded a video on YouTube, and it was this Vanilla Ice sample.
Oh,
that was playing
Scanilla Ice.
Man,
You can only find that bitch now on.
well, I had it. It's on a he ultimately ended up put on a mixtape somewhere, and now I got the tape. But like, nigga, that's you don't know how many times I listened to that motherfucking little YouTube clip because he was just talking in the background and let it play.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I cannot listen to some side of shit like and just be still. Like it make you move your body. You know what I'm saying? Like
Ice, baby. Get it for the white price, baby. Yeah.
Nigga, like, I'm geek right now. Nigga, just thinking about it. You know what's so interesting is like when Sada was first around, I was like, man, niggas can't rap. This is mumble rap. And then when you start listening, I don't know, I was hating. Or I just thought I mixed everything together. I won't even say hating. But then when you start listening to some of this shit, I got like a whole side of playlist that just like I never stopped listening to.
No, I didn't believe when he first came out because he was doing Return with My Strap and all that. I was like,
I used to like that shit.
I don't know about this shit.
I used to. All right, this is what here's a more reasonable thought out. I used to think he was all energy and no actual skill.
Okay,
that's what I used to think. Used to because I don't believe that to be the case.
Okay, that's fine. I've seen him rock a few shows, so I get it. He's a performer.
For sure. He got the performance, but then I realized like his cadence and he do be actually like it ain't a bunch of random words. I got a very specific cadence and it may not like I'm around 1, 2, and 3 and then 4th and 5th bar go, but I'm bringing back like it's there. And it's good. And I didn't see him freestyle. And I was like, yo, this is intricate for this to be a freestyle. So and I can tell it's a freestyle.
I didn't believe either until I was like kind of sniffing at this chick and she was doing a one night only at Erotic City. And like Sada Baby was performing that night so you know it's a long time ago. Yeah. Like he wasn't who he is now. But he was performing at Erotic City. I was like, oh, that's the nigga that be taking his shirt off all the time.
That's a regular ass bear that they painted, nigga.
It's a panda, motherfucker.
That shit don't exist, dog.
Panda. So anyway, this nigga was performing at Erotic City. And that's what I was thinking. Like, oh, this the funny East Side nigga. Man, that nigga had Erotic City rocking.
He could go.
He had that bitch rocking.
And I feel like as the time went on, maybe he was taking the crowd. It just felt like to me he was taking this shit more seriously, and it just got better and better and better. I fuck with Sada, dog, for sure.
Me too.
But it's hard. Interview he did on Where Are the Niggas with That Blue Couch?
Nah.
He was talking about it was like what's one of the hardest things you dealt with in the industry, and he was like he said me falling off. He said I disappeared for 2 years. And he was like, my father died.
I have seen clips of that. I know the interview you talking about.
And I didn't know that. And he was like, man, that was like my best friend. And like, usually the rapper story is a nigga grew up, his daddy was gone.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the case. And I got some friends who ran into Sada's pops before they even knew he was. And he was like proud, like, yo, my son. Like, he's like a actual father, and that's not
crazy to say,
right? When you're dealing with rappers, right?
Yeah.
I saw a video this week of V's father.
Oh, his father. He was bringing out all the merch. Was proud of his boy.
Ming was like, "Nigga, you ain't got that." Man, God bless me to have a son or a child or whatever. Man, I would be so fucking proud of I don't give a fuck what he is. Nigga, he the shift manager at McDonald's, nigga.
Dog, I feel you because I'm like as a father. When I look at like the accomplishments of my children, like that shit makes me fucking proud. Like,
yeah, man.
They did everything that I did wrong, they are doing right. But even when I look at like me growing up, I was on a lot of bullshit when I was younger. But the two things I really were really the biggest thing that I kind of like took serious, like back in high school was like rapping. And I remember like me and my homeboy, I had another nigga named Jay. We had a group called The Trife, And nigga, we had like, it was like this big ass citywide high school talent show. And me and that nigga won that bitch. And I was so young and stupid, like nigga, I didn't have a bank account. Like they legit had the prize check. They had to write in my mama name because I didn't have my own fucking bank account when we won the shit. And they gave us like this big stupid ass cardboard check. 200 that said like $500 because you know we was gonna split the 250 each and it had my mama name on it because I couldn't do shit with the motherfucker. But like my mom was there like supporting me, rapping and talking crazy as hell, you know, just because I was doing something that was not as stupid as the other shit that I normally did. So like I get like she was proud. You know, at least I wasn't, you know, she couldn't be proud of me in school and shit, but at least I was like, yo, I just don't be upstairs bullshit like I be writing these raps. And she was proud to see me do something.
Man, it's so, this should be normal. This should not be like an anomaly, but like seeing rappers with their fathers is so.
Even athletes.
Yeah.
Because a lot of niggas, first thing niggas say, man, me and my mama, I just gonna buy my mama a house.
Like, I didn't know Kevin Durant had a dad. Like that's like in his life.
Cause he always shout out mom. She the real MVP.
Yeah, like what? I just assumed the nigga had no daddy, dog.
And his mom be at all the games.
Yeah, and
yelling and tripping.
But dad let him do his thing. But like his dad is like active.
Yeah,
and it's all, not like after you became famous active. Like I've been here the whole time.
I just don't need to be out front yelling with your mama.
Who knew he had a dad?
But all these, like, nigga, I like to see Melo be a father.
Yeah.
I like seeing LeBron be an active father to his kids. You know, it's all good, man. Dad life is the shit.
Yeah, man. Shout out to that.
It's the
we
shit.
Still ain't heard no dad songs. It's one. We went down the rap. It's like two, maybe. You got a couple songs where nigga mention the father, but like Will Smith got the only song about his dad.
Just the two of us.
And that wasn't. It
was about him and his son.
Yeah, which don't really count.
No, it doesn't. His son would need to make a song about him.
Yeah,
but he'd probably make it weird. Yeah, niggas don't rap about their dads.
That's fucked up, man.
My biological wouldn't bother. You know, we hear a bunch of them shits.
You know what's so interesting? That perpetuates the stereotype that black fathers are not in their children's lives because that's what we taught, or that's what we are familiar with because of music. While my dad's upstairs and I'm listening to this music.
Well, one thing I can give Kevin Samuels, that nigga would always refer to the stats. If you look at the numbers, black fathers are like
BlackDemographics.com.
We're like the most active group of fathers. Yeah. Like every nigga I know, like I don't know no deadbeat fathers. Like I don't hang with deadbeat niggas, but I don't know no deadbeat fathers. Every nigga that I know that has kids is an active fucking dad.
Yeah, man. It's like that.
I know a bunch of single fathers. I know niggas, like I see the same dads every day when I go up to school. Like niggas be active as hell. I see my one OG father from last year. I didn't see him walking up on me, but I heard him. He was like, there was many prophets. I was like, but there's only one Moses. What's up, man? He's like, you black man, you are Moses. I was like, I mean, I don't. Okay, maybe. I hope so.
Do you watch this dude? This my guy, dog. Smoking and grilling with AB.
Oh yeah, I like this nigga.
Yo,
I like this nigga.
Yo, that's the man.
He be cooking up some good shit.
He be cooking up some shit, and I be taking his recipes and shit too. Cause like, I done bought something off his Look at that turkey spaghetti.
I don't like how turkey meat smell when you cooking it. Like it just smell funny.
So you should watch
ground turkey.
You should watch this one because he was like people don't like ground turkey in a spaghetti and blah blah blah. He was like, look at that shit, dog.
It looks like regular spaghetti. Yeah, my man be cooking up some shit. I fucks with him.
So this was one of the channels a couple months ago when we was talking about like niggas losing recipes, niggas gotta get on the grill, and I was like, I be following niggas on YouTube who grilling, whatever. Like this, the homie. I'm assuming he's from LA.
Okay, yeah.
Based on the hat and based on his accent. Do Detroit niggas got an accent? I mean,
to other people we do.
I've been hearing this a lot often now
because people like my cousins from New York will say I got an accent, or like when people we've had at my job, we've had people come in from other cities to like help and do work and other stuff. And they be like, sometimes they have to listen a little bit harder because it's like it's a Detroit accent.
That's crazy.
And they like our vernacular. Now I know we got a very specific vocabulary
for sure.
But like when I'm at work, I'm not flexing my West Side vocabulary.
Nah, I mean there's certain words that we apparently say different. But like when you make somebody say the word, I'm gonna say it like how it's supposed to be said.
When people do that, I've seen a few of those tests go around. Like say this sentence in your Detroit in your Detroit voice.
Like I think niggas from St. Louis know they say that shit different.
Baltimore
and like
them niggas do.
Yeah, like y'all know y'all say that shit differently. Cause like I know y'all got an accent. And y'all have to know that you got an accent because all television is spoke in the King's English. Like if you watch a sitcom, it's in a New York accent. Not New York, but like regular, everyday, average American. You don't hear no West Coast accent on television. You don't hear a down South accent. You don't hear a Louisiana accent.
Unless the show is like
you have that one
locally,
character that's on there and they like dragging it. Like, niggas don't really sound like that.
But you look at like some shit like Snowfall. If it's regionally based, they have like that accent to them.
Yeah, Buster, like
fucking Buster.
Like it feel like L.A. certain words in L.A. they say that shit like super proper, but it sound dangerous. if that
like I said, like everywhere has their specific vernacular. But to me, and it's probably because we from here. Like I don't hear no Detroit shit in my tone.
In Chicago, they say car instead of car.
Okay.
Leave that shit in the car. Like it's like
K-A-H. That sounds like a little Boston accent.
Right now, clearly Boston.
Nigger.
Like, now, how would you?
That's all they do. They throw nigger at the end of everything.
Like, how would you feel if you never heard yourself on television? Because, like, if you from Boston, we know what that Boston accent sound like. And everything that you hear on television that's not making fun of a Boston accent, it don't sound like you. I never thought about, like, the quote-unquote representation matters. Don't nothing on television sound like you sound. So it all probably, to you, these niggas talk weird.
You know my man Eric. You done did a few podcasts with him. He used to come up here every now and again when he would be in the city. Light skin, kind of stocky.
Yeah, from Boston.
Yeah, so Eric is from here, but he lives in Boston. Like back in the day, he met a girl on Crush Spot or one of them things, and he ended up moving out there. He married Nicole. They got two beautiful daughters. And when I hear him talk sometimes, it sounds like a little bit of a Boston accent, but I mean, he spent more of his life here in Detroit, but
it's
he
like
got a little bit
podcast
of
or whatever.
Yeah.
Isla Powell. That's the
Yeah. I gotta get back on this show, man. We had a good ass time talking about British Bulldog being on coke.
Low-key reached out a couple months ago and told me to get together with you and pick a date. And I literally just remembered it when you just said that. Okay,
so Eric, if you're listening, we have now connected the dots. We're gonna be in touch with you, man. I love you, bro.
Yeah. I wonder how it is like to never hear yourself on TV though. Never see yourself,
That bacon don't look like it's turkey. That look like the porks.
Yeah, I don't fuck with it.
Oh, okay. That's why I grilled the other day. I heard you shaming me. You didn't shame me like for real. But I remember the conversation like, nigga, we the ones supposed to be barbecuing.
We the ones.
And I was like, man, I should get out here. And like, I was like, man, I should get out here and barbecue today.
I was like,
and I did.
I was like, check Dame out. Oh, shit. I was like, I'm going to bring it up on the pod. And I forgot. I'm glad you bring it up.
Because I heard you shaming me in your voice. Like, man, we supposed to be out there grilling and keeping shit alive.
We fucking the kids' memories up because niggas don't have no memories of going to no barbecues.
Nigga, my son was so happy. He was like, Dad, this barbecue chicken tastes so good. You shouldn't make it any other way.
Now think
he
about
was so happy that I barbecued.
You just gave that man a core memory, dog. Like he legit got a core memory. Cause he never gonna forget how that shit tastes that first time.
Yeah.
He gonna be tasting that high the first time. Like, so now,
He was ecstatic to have barbecue.
man, that's amazing, dog.
And man, I used that leftover chicken, and I made me. It hurt my heart to even say that L word, but I made me some barbecue chicken pizza the next day. Cause I hate leftovers, man. Like I just hate that shit.
My nigga, don't be wasteful.
I wasn't. I made barbecue chicken pizza with
Yeah.
it, but I'm just saying, like,
No, man.
just me knowing that this food is used, Lord. This food is used.
The moment that you killed the cow, that shit used, nigga. That shit was
It's
used.
fresh.
No, it's
That's
used.
fresh ground beef. That's
No,
a
that
fresh.
cow- that cow's
that's
fat-
fresh flesh.
That cow's 15 years old. That meat has been out in the sun for 15 years, nigga.
So it tastes so delicious.
Yeah.
It's been tenderized.
All right, man. So, I got a little frustrated yesterday because I don't be on Facebook like that.
Okay.
Like, I rarely even post on Facebook. But, like, every time I get on Facebook, I be hearing and seeing I be seeing people, and they always talking about insert celebrity here, insert politician here, and explaining about.
Is it the same person I'm thinking of?
It probably is.
Okay.
Always talking about, like, what they thinking, what they did, and this and that. And everybody online just be so passionate about these people, and you don't know these niggas, dog.
Don't know shit about them.
And I gotta catch myself sometime when we be talking on a pod. Cause, like, at the end of the day, I don't know these niggas, man. I don't know. I have an idea of what I possibly think, but y'all be going toe to toe and deaf to the death. Like, fam, you don't know that motherfucker, man. You don't even know me, and we on the same. We friends on Facebook. You don't know me. I know you don't know what Jay-Z thinking. You don't know how he make when he make a business decision. You don't fucking know, no.
No clue.
You have no fucking idea. But you go with your bunk ass opinion, talking about, yo, I'm just saying, when if such and such. No, nigga, that's what you would do.
So I'm glad that you mentioned that. 2 bunk ass opinions that have come up this week that I was just like, where are you getting this information from? Like, how are you even defending this point? Because it is nothing but your opinion. So I've been seeing these clips of Steve Stout floating around the internet about he was on the Pivot podcast talking about how Drake had turned down the Super Bowl 2 times. And this person that we probably both are talking about was like, see, I knew that Drake, that's why Nicki Minaj was mad at Jay-Z, because if Drake had performed, he would have bought her out, and then he definitely would have bought out Lil Wayne to perform, and it'd have been a whole Young Money. It could have been like a whole Young Money reunion. And I'm like,
don't nobody want to see that nigger shit on the fucking Super Bowl, man.
I said it last week, and I don't give a fuck how niggas feel about it. Ain't nobody trying to see that junkie perform. Plain and simple.
Remember, dog,
Ain't nobody trying to see that junkie perform for 10 minutes.
now you remember on the second episode of Shop Talk Podcast, Nina came on here and called
Prince a junkie.
I was so offended, dog. Because I had never heard somebody be that disrespectful. She called that man. I was really perturbed. Okay, like I was not ready. I was not ready.
But you ready for this Lil Wayne shit.
I mean,
that nigga clearly looks like a junkie. Clearly.
But we don't know these people.
We don't.
And we don't know the people who are reporting for the repeating of the reporting of the reporting. Because I heard somebody say, read something from a quote unquote credible source. Like, no, that's a blatant lie. He was never offered this in blah, blah, blah. I don't fucking know. And I don't fucking care.
And who the fuck is your source? And why would I believe them?
Why
would I believe you, let alone them?
You got the same. Was that your cousin who worked for the Army who told you?
The one that told me they was gonna shut everything down because he worked at the Pentagon.
Yeah, everybody had a cousin from the Pentagon.
He worked at the Pentagon. He a janitor. And he told me that they was gonna shut everything down for at least 2 weeks because, it's classified though. So don't tell nobody else that shit. So that's one bunk ass opinion that I saw on the internet. Another bunk ass opinion I saw, and I'm pretty certain it came from the same person that we're referencing, was talking about Puffy is going to go to jail for life over these charges.
Could be.
Possibly. But
I think
again,
there's more charges coming too.
I
think he's gonna be charged with Kim Porter's murder. I heard that story months ago, and her family 100% believes that he had her killed. And apparently, a 60-page book is about to come out from her diary, her memoirs, or whatever, and about what she didn't saw and what she didn't had. And apparently, she had texted her friends like he found out or something like that, and then she just mysteriously died of pneumonia.
Like a few days later.
Yeah, while he was there in the tub, while he was there, and like my nigga, you don't just die of pneumonia and no one knew you was. Anywho, but that has been kicking back up. Could be, maybe
their bunk ass opinion included like
I would even support more people with like opinions about like years of people that get in prison. Because at the very least, you can see what a charge maximum sentence is. Fine, I'll give you that. Fine, fuck it. But when you start telling me what a motherfucker usually does when they make a decision, or because you don't know these people, man.
No, this involved like J-Lo testifying against testifying. I'm like, they haven't even started a fucking court process. We don't know if she's going to be called as a witness or testify against it.
They sent out 350 subpoenas. I'm fairly sure she got one. Do you think 350 people are going to show up to court? No.
Absolutely not.
Nigga, everybody got him up. Lil Wayne was subpoenaed in the YSL case. Did he show up to court?
That YSL case is never going. I feel like that shit is never going to end.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Them niggas is like making a mockery. That shit is a mockery of justice.
Yeah, I don't like it, dog. And I'm gonna be very, very sure moving forward to preface everything with, hey man, I don't know these niggas, dog. I don't know their thought process. All I know is what has been portrayed to me in the media and what they have on interviews that they've released. I don't know these people. I don't even know if I don't know these niggas.
I seen somebody arguing about like, but look, Jay-Z is in charge of the Super Bowl performances. Why didn't he just make himself a performer? His thought process is he want to give other artists an opportunity to shine because his catalog. I'm like, I mean, I could see some validity in that, but
that's what you would do if you had the opportunity to put others on. You would put yourself on. That's what, and you want to make it seem like everybody else would do that. That's what you would do. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know who pulling the decisions over there. What if it's a white man and his name is just on the paper? Yeah, it's Jay-Z. Nigga, come out here. You the front man. I don't fucking know. I just don't know. Yo, that nigga's a shrewd businessman. Who the fuck knows, man? I don't know.
All we see is what hits the headlines. Like, I don't know nothing about this nigga business practices.
We'll read a fucking headline or read a whole article and never ever look and see who wrote the article.
The Onion.
I'm saying like they don't even look at the byline. I can't even tell you, nigga, it was Nick Fury who wrote it. Like, I don't even like. No.
So what's my man from ESPN that just left? Steve Wojciechowski.
Woj left?
Yeah, he just left this week. Like,
where are you going?
He's going to be over the athletic department at his old alma mater, St. Bonaventure.
What'd he do?
I don't know.
He on a Puffy tape? Why everybody stepping down?
He quit like in the middle of the week, like Tuesday or Wednesday.
Also, everybody's saying everybody's quitting because of Puffy. Remember a couple of weeks ago, about a year or so ago, all the CEOs stepped down and everybody was supposedly like going to hide out in Hawaii They was
Getting
all this,
bunkers made.
Yeah, like because the world's about to end last year, and
It didn't end.
the niggas. Oprah was here this week.
Downtown, actually.
Yeah, I just don't like. I get something to go around, and then everybody just agree. Like, yeah, all the CEOs are stepping down. That means
Maybe it does have something to do with the case. Maybe it doesn't. But I know who don't know. Your ass. Your ass don't know shit. All you got is an opinion. Maybe Kevin Lyles is involved in some way.
I mean, if you in the music industry for like 20, 30 years, you'd have been to a fucking Puffy party, nigga.
Yeah.
And you Kevin, like you know the nigga. Like y'all didn't party together.
You got to tell him no.
you
You got to tell him no. Cat Williams was like a prophet now. You got to tell the nigga no.
You remember that Justin Bieber video?
Yeah, with
Odell Beckham and
yeah, they was all being weird and gay.
yeah, it looked like he was giving on back. Oh yeah, so that video is floating around the internet now.
Okay.
And apparently in the memoirs from Kim Porter, she was talking about a young 18-year-old pop star who he was filmed with, and underage boys he was filmed with. And of course, I don't know that woman. I don't know. There's only reports of the memoir and what is going to come out. But
She was pretty close to the situation.
your man's is cooked. Yeah. I'm getting cooked. Yeah.
Is that an opinion or is that fact?
No, he cooked. Here's my opinion. I don't think he's going to Epstein out this motherfucker.
Oh yeah. If he popped up mysteriously
I don't even know that.
dead.
I don't even know that Epstein did.
Okay. Is that a conspiracy theory?
100%.
Okay.
My conspiracy theory is, and I was on the darker internet sites around that time. It was like around 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. A van pulled up and left with somebody during that time frame. That nigga he probably chilling on some island, feet up chilling, just never gonna come back outside again. That could be a thing. I don't know if that's a thing. He could just be dead and hung. But it just seems like, for me, Jason, if I'm the king of blackmail and I got tapes and everything on everybody and I go to prison and I know people will want to hurt me, I would just basically set up with like, well, if I die, send all this shit out. And that would be my threat. Like, listen, I just want y'all to know that if anything happened to me and I don't check this, whatever, and every whatever days,
I be feeling like when I see that shit in the movies, like it's gotta be some secret layer where that shit goes on in real life and businesses and shit like that. It's gotta be.
Because if a regular person who wrote a script can think about it, you ain't the first nigga to have that thought.
No.
And if I thought it was a good idea, and you got enough funds to make one.
I mean, I'm sure it can be executed. There are fixers in the world. Like, there are niggas that...
Olivia Pope is a real thing.
Yeah, there are
Ray
niggas...
Donovan is a real thing.
Absolutely. So, I mean, like, there are motherfuckers...
Puffy hired him.
Yeah. Was it? I can't think of the nigga's name.
Mohammed something.
Yeah. So, I mean, there are people that get paid to...
He was also just happened to be the first person on the scene.
found Prince.
Michael
Jackson. Michael Jackson, my bad.
Head of security for Michael Jackson at 22 years old, nigga.
Make him go to sleep. So, I mean, there are people out there that get paid to make shit go away. And like you said, when you are a high-ranking individual, when you have the resources to blackmail a lot of important people, you know, it's ways to make sure you don't talk.
Man, blackmail, that nigga was allegedly just drugging people. And then once you you think you drinking champagne, nigga.
You drinking puffy juice.
You drinking puffy juice.
You drinking C-Rock.
Why you think a nigga had 1,000 bottles of baby oil? Did we find out? Did they know if it was really baby oil? Maybe that shit was like...
They said baby oil and lube. One and the same. Like, well... I don't
But
want...
like, what if that's
a
like...
good water-based lubricant can, you know, turn up the evening.
1,000 bottles, dog?
You can never be too prepared.
You can 100% be too prepared.
You can never be too prepared.
You can 100% be too prepared. 1,000 bottles? Do that shit got an expiration date? Baby oil go bad?
I don't think it does. But you just want to, some niggas like a little slip and slide.
1,000 bottles of baby oil. Maybe he was transporting drugs and using the baby oil as a cover or some shit. 1,000 bottles, nigga, in a house? Not a warehouse, nigga. Like a home.
So according to those reports, the bottles were to set up these different freak off rooms. So
I get it. 1,000.
So if you having like a weekend sex party,
how much of baby oil you need? Like a bottle of baby oil lasts a long fucking time, my nigga. If you go through an entire bottle in one night, that's crazy.
Leave no hole ungreased, my nigga.
It's too much. It's like you let a pool out, this motherfucker. Like,
baby oil is not coming out of sheets. It's not. You got cotton sheets and they drenched in baby oil, my nigga. Them sheets is done with. You can't wash that shit out.
Yo, man, niggas is mad at Candace Owens.
What Candace do now?
Talk the truth. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. I fuck with Candace Owens. If you don't, more power to you. But this is the statement that she made. And you tell me if you got a problem with it or not.
Okay.
Gangster rap was never black culture. It was created by the feds who proffered deals to homosexual black men in prison and then turned them into artificial celebrities. The goal was to create false idols to destroy black American values. I would never change my mind on this.
I don't think she's fully wrong.
People are going in like, she used it. Like, they going in. My nigga, gangster rap is not black culture.
No, I don't believe you can feel what you want to feel maybe about the gay part. But I don't think that she's wrong in that statement at all.
You don't think that for sure? I think that rap music, gangster rap music, pushes heavily for men to be with men and to forget women.
Bitches ain't shit. Homies over hoes. Bros for hoes. Money over bitches. Those are all like regular hip hop staple statements.
Like it promotes men being together.
Hang with the homies. Shoot,
disrespect
kill.
the women. Destroy the black family American value. Like it does.
Nigga, you ain't gotta be that's just my baby daddy. You ain't gotta be a father to them kids. Fuck that shit. You don't know if that baby yours. These are all things that's been perpetuated, and I've heard in rap songs. And I'm like you. We've said this before. I love gangster rap music. It's the soundtrack of my life. I've been listening to gangster rap for as long as I can live. That shit is not good for you.
Silly of me to fall in love with a bitch. All the nigga.
It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. You don't feel that way about your queen, my nigga.
You know I don't love her. Like, it's so many raps.
Silly of me to fall in love with a bitch, knowing damn well that you bitches ain't shit.
Bitches ain't shit but
hoes and tricks.
Lick on these nuts and suck the dick. Like, and if you want to be 100% honest, dog. So I'm 10 years old in 92.
Mm-hmm.
The Chronic came out in 91?
91, 92.
Snoop came out in 92, right?
Yeah.
I think Snoop first joint came out.
So like 92, 93.
So between 9 and 10 years old, you know how I was introduced to Dolomite?
On Snoop Dogg.
Albums,
yeah.
And on the Chronic. How the fuck would my 9-year-old... My parents didn't watch fucking Dolomite. The first time I ever heard Dolomite and all these crude, nasty, blaxploitation fucking movies was during that era. I'm not saying that's where it started for everybody. Clearly, niggas was out in the 70s.
Yeah.
I wasn't born yet. I didn't know that shit.
Nigga, we had HBO, but I knew nothing about Def Comedy Jam until like, I don't know, 6th, 7th grade. Didn't even know that shit existed. I heard niggas talking about that shit at school one day, and they was like, you got to stay up late and it come on HBO. And that next weekend, it was my goal to stay up late so I could watch Def Comedy Jam so I could hear what niggas was talking about in school. And I ain't never heard no cussing used in like that manner. I wasn't used to comedy in that form, but like nigga, I'm like you. We around the same age. We kids. We adolescents, and that's how I got introduced to a lot of that shit.
Like, I was somebody doing a documentary about hip hop and different stuff, and they asked me to be a part of, and I was answering questions. He had a bunch of questions. The young dog, he, I don't know, 10 or more years my junior. So when he was asking like, what was Fort Laakiyah back then, in my brain like, back then, but like, when you 30, now,
Yeah,
the 90s was like, so we was asking questions about like, so how was the music and how was the culture and this and that and how does it impact? When you think about it, I'm like, man, I'm walking to school every day getting pumped full of poison. Like, bitches ain't shit. When I met you last night, baby, before you opened up your gap, I had respect for you, lady, but now I take it all back. Like, it's pretty much telling you. And it's also telling you don't give with one woman, nigga. Have a bunch of bitches.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now,
Because they ain't shit no way. They disposable.
And like, did that at 10 years old, did I just go out there and start disrespecting women? No. I was lucky enough to like not have that in my house. You feel me? Like I saw mom, my dad together, the whole 9 yards. So I didn't be like, this is how you treat bitches. This is how you treat women. You disrespect them. But like everybody wasn't that lucky. Everybody didn't grow up in that same type of environment. And then some people just stronger than others. Some people have different influences. Music impacts you differently depending on what was the occasion that you heard the music and whatever.
I'm going to tell you how stupid I was. Because my shit was, like, even though I saw my parents in a loving household and, you know, tradition, my dad didn't disrespect my mom or cheat on her or talk to her crazy at any extent. I remember the first time I called a young girl a bitch. I remember it. I remember the look on her face. Like, when I said it, I was probably like in 6th grade. I remember saying it to her. I remember the look on her face, and I remember it was immediate repercussions. I just thought like I could say it, just like Ice Cube said it, and it wasn't gonna be shit to it. She a bitch. And
who you calling a bitch?
And nigga,
U-N-I-T-Y.
And I remember being down in the office so motherfucking fast. Cause like nigga, I said that shit to her. Her eyes got big. She made a beeline straight to a fucking teacher.
It used to be shame.
Yeah.
Now, a child calls it that one, they don't bat a fucking eye.
Nigga, I had to get up in front of the class and apologize. Like, that was my punishment. I had to get up in the class and apologize for using that word. And I was like, oh my God.
Shame
I'm like, Ice Cube say it all the time. I didn't think it was a big deal.
Yeah, when I told that nigga that, because he was going through the years, and he was like, he didn't realize that Nas came out before Pac and Big and them and shit, and I was putting stuff in the right timeline, and I was like, but the biggest rapper in the world was Ice Cube, and that blew his mind. He like, what? I'm like, the biggest rapper in the world until 1992, until Snoop and them came out, it was all Ice Cube.
Yeah.
That's when Cube kind of switched and went over to the movies and shit like that,
Yeah.
93, 94, 95.
He started to diversify.
Trespass was like 93 and like, but like Snoop Dogg, I mean, Ice Cube, the biggest rapper in the fucking world. I was in one of the biggest groups, left the group, dissed them
Went
niggas.
solo on that ass.
Went solo, dissed them, dropped classic album after, like Snoop wasn't, nobody was touching Ice Cube. And he was like, I hear you. I understand. Like, that shit, he said, don't make sense
Don't
to him.
compute. It don't compute to him.
It don't compute.
Because you wasn't there.
You wasn't out. You
wasn't
wasn't outside.
there.
You wasn't there. But, no, man.
I lived it, young nigga.
Gangster rap may have been South Central urban black culture. Urban black youth culture. That's not black culture, though, dog. Like, it's the not. Gangster rap shit, like, nigga, everybody black don't sell crack. Everybody in your neighborhood, nigga, it's a small percentage of the neighborhood that sold crack. And it fucked up the entire neighborhood. But percentage-wise, that's not black culture.
Yeah.
Most people went to work.
A lot of the shit that selling drugs, shooting, murder, rape. Like all of that shit is not black culture.
As fucked
None
up
of
as,
it is.
As fucked up as Detroit is right now, the majority of people just go to fucking work every day. You do got a lot of niggas that's out here scamming. It's not the majority though. The majority of people get their ass up, they go to work, they don't commit harsh, violent felonies. You know what I'm saying? Like
they're living check to check, trying to make it.
that's not the culture of the city ain't what it is.
Yeah.
What it's being reported to be. And I can't sit there and agree that gangster rap is black culture. No, it's not. It's a subculture, maybe.
Gangster rap did us wrong. We listen to and believe that shit.
But they trying to drag her for that shit.
I don't see why. Niggas want to drag Candace because she's just an unpopular figure. She has said things over her career that niggas just that's caused her to be somewhat polarized and that niggas don't want to agree with, but this is not one of them.
Yeah, and then like if you sometimes you're not ready to hear uncomfortable truths. Like so the crew that Chuck run with right now, right? Chad O. Jackson, it's like 4 of them. They do they lives on Sunday, and Chad and Chuck and all of them, they damn near obsessed with Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King's a bad guy.
Okay.
Like they've broke down what he really thought, and he was a Marxist and a fake Christian or a fake preacher. He don't really believe this and this stuff like that. Like it's very, very uncomfortable to listen to. So sometimes, most times, I don't listen to it because I don't want to, right?
Okay.
But when I'm forced to like, let me take a listen, I'm not bringing up wild accusations without something to back it up with.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
Like, just because you don't want to hear the truth or you don't want to hear this alternate opinion of it.
Could be the truth.
Like, so when she was talking about George Floyd, well, when she talking about Black Lives Matter as the organization, the motherfucker wasn't lying. She wasn't lying. I'm not talking about the statement Black Lives Matter.
Oh, no. The actual organization itself. I remember it being
motherfuckers was
a lot of
skimming
controversy.
Like, she wasn't lying. Alternate angles of the George Floyd video show the cop had his knee on his back. And he also took some pills when the police was running up and did die of an overdose. I bet you it did not help that his heart rate was increased because he's tussling with the police. But like, I get it. You don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
Like the white kid that was at the rallies, was it Kyle Rittenhouse?
Rittenhouser, yeah.
Do you know that it is still people who believes he shot a bunch of black people? He went to a Black Lives Matter rally and started shooting black people.
But it didn't happen.
Ain't nobody black got
It
shot.
It didn't happen.
And the nigga who he ended up shooting had a gun and shot at him. And tried to hit him in the head with a skateboard.
Yeah.
And he chased him with the gun. And it wasn't until he fell on his back and then shot did somebody die. But like, I get it. You don't want to hear it because you were presented
a different version of the truth.
A different version. And when somebody says something that challenges that, the first reaction is anger. And like, yo, man, first time somebody tested something that I truly believed in and that was a part of my core, wasn't ready to hear it. I fought it violently. You know what I'm saying? I argued it violently. You don't know what you're talking about, blah, blah, blah. Years later, I ended up walking that shit back like, yo, Norm. And my nigga, you was true. You was absolutely right, my nigga. I thought that this is simple. I used to argue with my nigga Norm, Pete, other brother, and Tone, other brother. He used to cut at the shop too.
Okay.
Norm a smart nigga, dog. He one of the smartest. It is crazy because it don't appear that way.
Okay, that's fine. Can't judge a book by its cover.
10 to 15 years later, what he didn't say ends up being, oh, that's exactly how it is. You know what I'm saying? But like in the time when I think I know what I'm talking about and we having this debate And we was arguing about like nigga. He said, "Nigga, America got the least amount of slaves. Nigga, we ain't even have all the black people. They went all through the Caribbean coast and blah blah blah." I know that to be a true now. Like nigga, the import was sugar cane. It wasn't fucking cotton. They sold sugar. It was sugar cane. Blah blah blah. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like nigga. I ain't had no facts. I had all emotion. The reason I'm able to like pick apart different people arguments and call people out because that was me.
I feel you.
Fighting with emotion, no facts, nigga. Just all, but I believe, nigga.
I remember, like for me, I can think of like two different occasions where I can think where like the truth came out later, and it opened up my eyes when 9/11 happened, and niggas you couldn't. I saw the second plane hit the building. I was watching TV and I saw it. I was sitting in the studio that I was working at and I watched that second plane hit the building. And then I watched these buildings crumble. There was a nigga that was working there. He was like, planes ain't gonna make a building drop. He's like, it's more to it. I'm like, nah, nigga. Them two planes ran into the building. And then I remember when Fahrenheit 9/11 came out. He was like, hey, I burnt you a DVD. Watch this tonight. I was 19 and living on my own. I watched Fahrenheit 9/11. I was like, no, that nigga right.
That shit changed my life. 9/11 specifically is the reason that I am the way I am right now.
I can see that.
That single event is the reason that I am the way that I am right now. Because I was, niggas got weapons of mass destruction, man. We gotta get them niggas before they
That's
get
the first time I ever heard that shit. WMD. And then the second thing that made me like, I had a psychology teacher. I always talk about this gentleman, Dr. Waters. He was like going into his last year or two of teaching, and we was talking about slavery and plantations. He was like, we only hear about the plantations that were selling crops or that where people was picking cotton.
Yeah.
And he told her, he's like, those weren't the most profitable plantations. He said the most profitable plantations are the ones we don't hear about. And he was like, those were the slave factory plantations. And he was talking about like, as soon as a young girl has her menstrual, she's taken away from her family and they put her on one of these factory plantations. And he was like, it's a breeding factory.
Oh, I got you.
And he was like, those were the successful plantations, the ones that were breeding
what's so
children.
Crazy is we attached slavery and trauma to the word plantation, and the plantation is just a location.
Yeah.
Plantation doesn't mean racist or slavery. That's like saying the factory. Right, the factory is just a factory.
Yeah,
they're plantations right now. They got
plantation homes.
Yeah, like it got nothing to do with slavery or racism or that. Like that's just what they call it.
Have you ever been to a plantation?
Yes.
Okay, because I got the opportunity to go to Monticello in Virginia, which was it Thomas Jefferson? Yeah, Thomas Jefferson's plantation.
Netta just came back from Ghana today.
Wow.
So she been sharing pictures and she went to the door of no return, the whole 9 yards. So we're gonna get a hold of another. We've been looking at pictures and shit all week. I wanna go, but it's a heavy experience.
That's where
me just going to the DIA downstairs and going through the fake door of no return is heavy on the heart. But like being there, the actual
that's a lot.
It's a lot, man.
Like I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can feel spirits. You can feel presence. You can feel like people walked here and never saw their lives.
Here you go. The actual door. That's still regular. That's the same door, the same everything.
That slaves marched out of to never be seen again.
Never be seen again. And this is which is crazy because this is. Did you ever see Woman King?
Yeah,
that's where they was at.
Yeah, man, that's wild.
Man,
that's wild.
Boy, that movie, The Woman King, had me in that bitch crying like a baby, nigga.
I've never seen a movie that made me cry.
Man, them tears was
I don't know if it's just me being.
I think it was like once like when old girl died, and then like when he found out this was your mom, like it was just like seeing the love that two people have from each other, and then knowing that that pain and hurt is there because that person just died after they. I'm like, it's just raw emotion. Like man, because
I can't think of a movie. I will say this: when that first trailer like dropped for Wakanda Forever, and it was like the No Woman No Cry, and they was and they was acknowledging, even though they didn't show it in the trailer, but they was more or less like acknowledging his death. Like that shit was heavy for me, but like I was prepared for it in the movie. I knew it was coming. I knew it had to come early since the movie wasn't going to be about T'Challa, and Chadwick had already made his transition. So I was prepared for it when I seen the movie. But when I saw like the first trailer and they was walking in the all white and all that, like that made me feel heavy. But I've never been driven to tears by a movie.
yeah, man, it's tough. Anywho, but that we was kind of talking about that, and that's like the actual door.
Yeah, that's crazy. But we was also talking about you niggas and your bunk ass opinions that you don't know shit about what's gonna go on with this trial. You don't know who's gonna be called to testify. You don't know what's gonna be said. Nigga, when this shit start hitting, when the trial actually happens and they perp walk Sean Diddy Combs into an actual courtroom, I don't want to hear none of you TikTok lawyers, because I know you niggas is going to be everywhere. All you Instagram attorneys and all of that shit that know all these laws, like I don't want to hear it because you don't know shit. You don't know a motherfucking thing, man. Y'all was the same niggas 2 weeks ago thinking Chase had a glitch and they was giving y'all niggas money that was never gonna hit y'all account and you would just turn rich. Y'all the same niggas. Y'all the same niggas. Don't know shit.
Somebody approached me yesterday. I was leaving the gig. I had my work clothes on. I went up the street to Chicken Shack to get a bottle of barbecue sauce. You know what I'm saying? I prefer their barbecue sauce.
They have amazing barbecue sauce. I love Chicken Shack barbecue sauce.
And while I'm there, two gentlemen approached me and asked me if I work for the place that I had my clothes on and say I worked, and then proceeds to ask me if I want to make some money on the side.
You jug, my nigga?
I'm like, no, that's okay. Like,
They called you a hoe ass nigga when you left.
I don't give a fuck what they called me.
Hoe ass.
They ain't
nigga.
say it to my face. And
hoe ass nigga don't want to jug.
dog, go get a job, dog. Cause we hiring, my nigga. I can give you some money, dog, for sure. I get niggas paid. You feel me? I teach you how to do this shit good. You make a lot of money. It's really easy. You make a lot of money. I am very successful in having people make a lot of money. Like, you want a job, my nigga? Cause I had a little card that'll say, here, go to the website and apply. I was about to give him a card, like, dog, go get a fucking job, but you'll fucking get there and you'll start stealing. Like,
no, that definitely starts stealing.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, this is crazy.
What was their proposal to you? Something with phones, I'm sure.
I didn't even get into all that shit. So I'm like, nah, that's okay, man. It's like, you want to exit, like, you want to make some money. You know, I'm like, I already make.
I'm doing all right.
I'm doing okay.
All you got to do is.
What he said was, we got a real. What did he say?
A baseline operation. You wrote it down, nigga.
This nigga said, we got a real clean program. Been running it for years. All right. That's okay, though. I appreciate it, though. Thanks. His name, I'm gonna say his name. It was a nickname.
Right.
Like, oh, man.
What was the nickname, dog? Just humor me.
Lucky. Probably the most unlucky. Also, yo, we sell trees too, man.
Because
My nigga, you have no idea. This is what I be talking about, man. Y'all know me. I could be the police, man. You have solicited me on 2 illegal operations. Fam, I just want to buy some barbecue sauce, dog. What's so fuck? This the part that really irritates me, dog. Cause my spider senses is never fucking wrong.
Right.
You feel me? Like they're rarely I won't say never, rarely fucking wrong.
Okay.
I walk in, and one walk in through the door, and like there's enough space for them to walk, and I'm in my brain, I'm like, I'm not moving. You feel me? But like I can feel the eyes on me. You feel me? And I'm thinking like, damn, my gun in the car. I'm like, whatever. And then the other one come, because it's 2 of them. They look like they brothers, actually.
They're a team. They're a team, my nigga.
And they look alike. And they hair is the exact same. But
even the Lord told you to witness in pairs. Even the Lord.
Like, yo, you ordered or some shit like that? I'm like, nah, not yet. So they over to the side, and you know, I'm like, yo, can I get a bottle? I mean, it's $5 for. I'm like, I'm in and out, and they leave out the store too.
They follow you out.
Like I didn't want to talk in there, you know what I'm saying, in front of my man, and we kicked it for a second because it was like I'm trying to do some blah blah blah. I'm like, oh yeah, we can do that.
They just trying to open.
But then it was like, you want to make some extra money though? I know I make some. So they get their car, they leave. So I'm like, oh, so y'all saw me and was like, oh, he looked like a lick, or like, oh, we about to.
You look like a nigga. You look like I can talk the language to you, and you might go for it.
And when one of the niggas walked in on the phone, he was like, yeah, we about to run it up. I already knew what time it was and shit, but I already know niggas though. You know, feel me? So like, so I'm thinking like, these are some niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I was
all
right.
they need is your plug.
I'm 100% right. They want me to be the plug.
That's all they need.
Nah, dog.
We sending 3 niggas in there today, and they gonna have a couple cards.
We gonna not do that.
They gonna have a couple cards.
But like, that shit's so fucking weak to me though. You know what I'm saying? Like on some watch the party die shit. Why would you ever stop if niggas keep inviting you back in? That shit weak as hell. Like, I don't want no fucking thief with me, dog. Like in real life, get the fuck away from me if you steal for a living.
I just think about that domino effect. You niggas will get caught. They'll find some way to trace it back to me.
If I never got caught, I'm not stealing. I'm not a thief. You know what I'm saying? Like, just taking from people. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I mean, that's simple enough.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to be, it don't gotta be like, what everybody got their own moral compass and what you are okay with doing. Whether it's some religious shit, some legal shit. Like, if you do something and you know you feel weird about it, like, that's it. Right? And I don't feel good about stealing, dog.
That's fine. I wouldn't even try and debate you on that shit.
Yeah. Now, I do think it's a difference between stealing and taking. Sometimes you'll take some shit. I know it's a subtle difference.
But I understand exactly.
You know what I'm saying? No, this motherfucker owe me this shit. Nigga, this is mine. I'm not even trying to hide it.
Or I just think about, like, I see these memes and shit like, nigga, if you found a duffel bag and it had $100,000 on the floor, what you gonna do?
I'm taking it.
Zip the bitch up and take it with me. Zip the bitch up. I'm gonna look around and I'm gonna take that motherfucker with me.
If I see the person drop the bag and then they're still there, I'm not taking it. But if it's there and I clearly don't know who it is.
If I was, I don't know, cleaning out my alley and I just happened to see a Nike book bag and it had 100 bands in it, I'm gonna zip that motherfucker up and I'm gonna take it.
Man, how my karma work? My karma is instant. I can't even. Maybe that's the reason I feel that way about stealing. You know, maybe it's self-serving. Cause I know my karma is instant when it comes to shit like that. Like when I do something wrong, if I do something good for somebody, I can't tell nobody. The second I'd sell somebody or brag or say, "Hey, look what I did," nigga, I'll be fucked up the rest of the day.
The Bible said you ain't supposed to talk about it. You just do it.
My karma become an instant, dog, and it keep my life in check. Come on, oh fuck. Then it's like I'll do something or say something or even think something, and I'll be like, I'd be thinking that God is like literally looking at me like, damn, nigga,
Jack.
really, dog? Like, damn, really?
I had one of the moments this week because somebody tried me. Motherfucker tried me real hard. And you know, like I can't sleep at night if I think a motherfucker got one up over on me. Like I gotta, that's just going to keep me up at night. And this shit kept me up kind of late. And I was planning to do, if they knocked over the first domino like they threatened in this text message, I was planning to come back with a rocket launcher and blow their whole shit up. Fuck the dominoes. I had like I got something that I keep in my back pocket for like the worst shit ever I could do to you. And I was just like gonna take it there on the first step. I said, if they knock this domino down, I'm going to make their life so inconvenient, and there's nothing that they will be able to do to get out of this situation besides pay a lot of money. And I literally had to put my phone down and I had to go and pray because like I felt it's like that Mace clip. Like you don't know me like you think you know me.
Man.
You don't know how like evil and ugly I could be. And I know me. I know that I'm willing to take shit further than most people are probably willing to take things if I'm pushed that way. You don't know my limit. I got an idea what your limit is, but you don't know how far I'm willing to take this shit.
I be thinking about that in a professional setting because about a month or so ago, a couple weeks, month and a half ago, like something happened at work 2 days in a row, right? The first day, a motherfucker tried me and said something under their breath. All right, whatever. You feel me?
Yeah.
You can get that one, right? And then the next day, they came in.
Same person?
Same person. And said something again under their breath. Loud enough so you can hear, but under their breath. So I say, what you say?
Repeat it again.
I say, hi? What you say? I'm sorry. You. So, there was a brief exchange. And I just walked outside and went in the back and like legitimately looked up at the sun and prayed. Because like I posted that clip from Mace earlier today, like in life in general, I swear to you, I'm going to try to find the easier way out of this situation because I will burn all this shit the fuck down. And I don't have a way to come back from that, right? So it's mutually assured destruction. And I don't want to push the button. But
I feel that.
But sometimes I want to push the button.
And I feel like that way even with like family and friends. Like, yes, you know me, I love you. But like my daughter asks me something like, Dad, if this would happen to me, how would you react? And in my mind, I don't want to scare her. But in my mind, I'm thinking like, I would kill. Like, I would take a life for yours. And with no hesitation. And if you had to watch it, so be it. But like, you don't want to see how far I'm willing to go with some shit. Let's just,
all that to say,
thank God for change.
I just be praying. So in the situations like that, it's like I'm gonna try to extend the grace that I have been extended plenty of times that I didn't deserve. God has looked out for me so many times where,
or just the grace that you're supposed to extend.
Yeah.
Because I almost retorted back to this text message that I got. I almost gave a friendly retort back, but I just put the phone down. I said I'm not even gonna respond to it. And
That's
even
the best.
And even if this person does go through with their threat, which I'm just going to continue to pray about, I hope that I'm able to take a higher road.
I might have a unusual ability to never talk to somebody again. It's truly it's a skill and a talent that literally you just don't exist no more.
Yeah. And I'm perfectly fine with that with some people in my life. Like,
Most people, all damn near anybody.
there's somebody I don't speak to now, and a family member asked me about them. And I said, we've had the last conversation we will have on this side of life. They may speak, like, if I have some issue where I'm on my deathbed and they come to speak to me, that will be a conversation they have with my vegetative state of body. But like me in exchange with this person, we've had the last one we'll ever have.
Yo, them headphones he got in his ear.
Yeah.
Well, those are electronic ear protection. Yo, I got a pair of them joints. James had shot me a link to something. It was on sale, so you can hear normal with them. But as soon as the gunshot go off, it kicks in and reduces the sound, like immediately. It's like one of the best shits ever. It's the best. $50 I got them on sale for, nigga.
You got a pair of them in your go bag just in case.
Nigga, they right there on the counter. They right there on the table. Them brown ones.
Okay.
They legitimately right there. Yeah, I'll follow. Anytime I see a black
Niggas with guns.
black YouTube gun channel, I'll follow.
Okay.
Cause these are black people with guns. These ain't niggas with guns.
No, they go out together and shoot.
Yeah.
They practice it. They're tactical.
I've never seen these niggas before, but let's go right over here and subscribe. Gorillas in the Mist. Subscribe, my nigga. Subscribe.
And they some young dudes.
Yeah. Look. Oh, this is. Yes.
Yeah, they some young dudes.
Oh yeah. This my type of shit. Anybody, man? I swear I want to create a black militia foundation.
Gorillas in the Mist range day. Pistol and rifle drills.
Man. Yeah, I was working on some shit earlier today.
I saw. You was putting switches on them?
No, nigga, you trying to get everybody. You gotta watch what the fuck you say. No, dead ass. You gotta watch what the fuck you say. I don't want a fucking switch. That's too many. It's a waste of ammo. Nope, don't want it. Also, a handgun is only gonna allow me to shoot my way to my rifle. Besides that, y'all have had it.
I like this tactical gear they got on too, though. I like these vests.
You got a vest?
I don't.
You should go get you a vest.
I don't have a vest.
Anybody who is anti-gun, I don't want to have guns in my house, realize that there's 400 million guns in this country and somebody might shoot at you. So at the very least, if you're not going to shoot at somebody, could you at least buy you some protection so you don't get shot? That's the least you should do with you and your family. As a responsible parent or family member or man of the house or whatever, woman of the house, whatever the fucking case may be. Fuck it. You got kids, you don't want guns in the house. Have you some protection, my nigga. Or
Yeah, I believe that.
My lady, my woman, or whoever.
I got guns in the house. Like, I'm ready to... I feel the opposite way. I'm not going to give up my guns. I'm ready for...
Well, Kamala and team are pushing this week for a national rifle ban. 4 days after she said... So that little
breaking my house, I'll shoot you.
Yeah, so that's what they pump to the public, and then through Congress and through legislation, they literally trying to push through a ban. And I follow this lawyer channel, these gun lawyers, and they just follow every case that's in the Supreme Court, every case that has to do with guns or rights all over the country and all the different districts. And so I'm quite literally updated every single day about all the different stuff. Oh man, it's really tough too, man. Cause like as everybody is laughing and kikiing and oh look at this and sharing, something different is happening in real life, but we only see in clips. So.
Of course you put on the good face and say the right things when you're sitting right next to fucking Oprah Winfrey. Of course you do. And then I do the exact opposite 2 days later.
I'm trying to find that. See if I can find it. But anywho, yeah, man, it's wild. You get a new iPhone?
Can I get a new one? You know
Can
better
you,
than
nigga?
me.
I don't know.
Can you look at my shit when you go to
I'm
work
not-
tomorrow?
I don't work. I don't know. I do fucking concrete. I move concrete for a living, nigga.
So when you're at the concrete factory, can you call somebody to see if they can
No.
look up my shit? Because
I
I don't want to have to come in, Jason.
Well, call the fucking number, nigga. I mean, 24 hours a day, nigga. Call. I don't know. What we do?
That IVR setup, I want the new iPhone. Have I put in an order for it yet? No. But I do want the new iPhone.
This is what I got wrong. When niggas with IVRs and shit, niggas think this is 1990 fucking 2, where you can just say, representative. The shit smarter than you, man. Listen to the fucking prompts and answer the fucking questions, dog.
It's going to hang up on you before it give you a
Like-
representative.
Like, answer the fucking questions on the prompt. You're not skipping a line. You're not outsmart. It's not a fucking answer machine no more. You can talk. Follow the fucking prompts, dog. That's all niggas got to do, dog.
You know, I deal with that shit at my job, and niggas be like yelling at the machine. Like, look, if you just calmly tell them what you're calling in for, it'll get you to somebody. But like pressing 0, the motherfucker will hang up on you.
It's not a fucking option.
Yeah, you press 0, it's gonna hang up on you.
Are you talking to people? They're like, I can't get through. Like, let me get your phone. Give me your phone. Blase blah. Blase blah. Blase. Here you go. Come on, man. And we'll tell you that this is the worst company in the world. You can't get a hold of anybody.
Yes, you can.
Fam, 45 seconds later, you'd have been speaking to a motherfucker. Answer the fucking questions, man.
Cable.
Golly. You know what I'm saying?
Balance.
I don't know.
Change service. No, I do want the new iPhone. I haven't put in an order for it yet.
Why you want it?
Because I just be wanting new shit. Now, when it comes to iPhones and technology, I be wanting the latest one. That's it. I don't really do shit with my camera. I don't take a lot of pictures. You know, I ain't making
That's the upgrades.
I ain't making no videos.
That's the upgrades.
I know.
They added an extra 48 megapixel camera. They actually
And the button.
to open up the camera
Yeah.
to take pictures that you're not gonna take.
You know, I'm motivated to take more pictures. When I saw that movie, I sent you the link, where they shot the majority of this movie with an iPhone 15. Mm-hmm. I was like, man, this bitch can do a whole lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe I should be doing more with my phone. But like, I don't.
I mean, shit. Besides this episode, the last month and a half, 2 months, all the video that's been done for This Week in Culture and Shop Talk been on the iPhone. Niggas ain't even know till I just said it right now.
bitches is good.
You feel me?
They be good.
Now this one is on my actual camera, cause I just put my cinema camera connected to my computer, so when we do our live stream, I'm gonna be recording with a cinema camera. It's a little overkill, but that one's gonna be stationary, and this one can move.
Okay,
around.
fair enough.
You feel me?
Did you put in an order for it? Of course you did.
No, I didn't.
You're not gonna get it?
I don't know. I'm undecided.
What about the new Apple Watch? Or is it the same Apple Watch, just a different color?
So there isn't a new Apple Watch Ultra. So I have the Apple Watch Ultra 1. Last year, the Apple Watch Ultra 2 came out.
That's the one I got.
And then now this year, the Apple Watch Ultra 2 has a different color, which is black. But no, I'm not gonna get the Apple Watch. So like, what people fail to realize is you don't have to get the new phone every year. And when people are like, yo, this is the same phone from last year, it's not. It's incremental upgrades every fucking year. It's like if you buy the 2023 Cadillac Escalade in 2024, it's not a lot of shit that's different from the 2024 one. But when you go from 2022 to 2024, it's like, oh. Or 2019 to 2024, like, oh shit, there's a big difference.
Yeah.
Like, why would you buy a new watch every fucking year? people don't buy new watches every year, like in general, right? Or they be like, why would I buy this watch just because it's a different color? Because that's what people do. Some
Right.
people got an all gold Rolex. Some people want a gold Rolex with a red face or a Rolex with a blue face. Like, people do buy different shit for different colors.
Right.
That's normal. I got 2 Apple Watches now. I don't need a third. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
But like,
I know you the technology snob, so you be
but
up
like
on it.
people on the internet was like, I can't believe they didn't release the Apple Watch Ultra 3. What you want that motherfucker to do, man? I can already deep scuba dive with this motherfucker.
Look, man, I done had the 2 for maybe about 3-4 months. And like, I know I've just scratched the surface on what that bitch can do. And they just had an upgrade on the software. Like, I'm really using it to its minimal capability.
And like, are you getting new AirPods? Like, nigga, my AirPods are fine now.
Did you see where the FDA is going to AirPod Pro?
Yeah, they already proved it.
Yeah, to be a hearing aid.
Yeah. Because in real life, this shit already could have been a hearing aid. Like, I'm pretty sure the hearing aids from the 90s ain't got shit on this fucking the AirPod ones. And he like, so the microphone on these phones is fucking amazing, by the way. So you ever put your, you can put your AirPods in like this, you hit this button here, and you can leave your phone somewhere.
Yeah, you can hear what's in the room. I remember when that was like a new feature of the phone.
Yeah,
Or
but
the AirPod.
it's so detailed. Like, so when I was working from home, I would just leave. I'll be in here vacuuming, cleaning up and shit, and I put my phone next to my headset while I'm on a conference call or some shit, and I can hear it just fine, right? So I don't have to be quite literally stuck to my desk. Fam, you can rub your finger on the desk, and in the other room, you can hear, like, it's ridiculous, dog.
Yeah, man, them bitches is good. They is good.
Yeah. So when you block out the noise and the sound, and then they got conversational awareness. So they got adaptive. So like when somebody start talking to you, it'll lower your volume down so you can hear them in the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
Yo, technology is crazy, man. You'd have told me this shit was going in 1992. If you told me this shit was available, I'd have been like, nah, no way.
Because just how that young nigga was talking to you about hip hop, and he couldn't believe.
They had driverless cars in 1971, nigga.
Yeah.
That's crazy. No wonder we got them fucking white lines on the fucking freeway. I thought that shit was just to keep niggas in their lane.
No, it's for the driverless cars.
They had that little square little box in the front of that motherfucking shit. You know they had electric cars back then too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
Electric car, they're perfecting it now, but like the technology is not new. Like you said, there's nothing new under the sun.
nothing.
The
Dog.
technology's not new. So
Yeah. Anything else going on this week, dog?
we had Puffy.
I hate that nigga, dog.
You
I really do.
You've been saying that for a long time. You've been passionate about
I'm
that.
glad niggas really understand like the hate I have for him. And they hate him too now. Good job, Puff. For being you, bitch ass nigga.
Let me see. We had Puff. You know, Kamala was here in the city. They had that
Man, her and Trump, man, them niggas be here every fucking weekend, dog. God damn. Another nigga try to take Trump out?
unsuccessful. Very unsuccessful. I mean, not that I wish death on that man or want somebody
Man,
to
this
kill
season
him.
of America is wild as fuck, dog.
And we're still pretty far from the finale of this season. The finale is not here yet, and shit is getting progressively worse. It's scary outside.
It is.
I do want to take a moment, not even if you're here in the city. We had an unfortunate accident in Eastern Market during tailgating where 2 gentlemen were shot and killed. Has been now deemed as self-defense in the shooting.
It's such a very unfortunate situation, man. He was a friend of a friend. And like I knew a bunch of people who he was down there with actually. Yeah. And like such a weird version, such a weird circumstance for one shot to kill two people.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there is no right or wrong way to handle this situation. Because there have been like, disrespectfully, there's been a lot of conversations online publicly about the situation, showing his the moments after he made his transition on the internet, which is very unfortunate. And you know, when it was ruled a self-defense, I know if I was in a situation and I lawfully discharged my firearm because my life was threatened, and the bullet went through my intended target, hit the intended target, went through it and struck another person, and that other person passed away, I know I wouldn't want to go to prison.
No.
Because, like, I don't know what else I could have done. But for the loved ones of that person who passed away, who don't got nothing to do with everything else, like, they feel so, I would imagine they feel like, where's the justice for him, his life? And that's just one of those things where, like, I mean, what's the answer? You know what I mean?
I don't know. And it's just such an unfortunate situation. And I like you, rather, I've seen a lot of people who are friends of one of the victims. And it's just, you know, every video I've seen of him or things on social media where him just having a good time, jitting, you know, enjoying himself, having a good time with his people, with his friends. And Detroit is so small in the regards of 6 degrees of separation that, you know, we all know somebody that.
You know what's so crazy? I worked this past Sunday. Mm-hmm. And somebody hit the group chat, was like, man, y'all want to do some tailgating and shit? But I had to work, so I didn't even tap in. If I didn't have to go to work, and we went down there tailgating, and because I knew and went to high school with some of the people who was in the circle, I could have been standing right there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Not being down there with them per se, but like once you down there with people and you tailgate, you be going back.
People that you know.
You know, you back and forth, you hanging out, you do.
Because that's what tailgating is. It's a show. You just walking around, kicking it with people, even people you don't know. Tailgating is just a friendly environment.
They were just over there jitting. Weezy probably would have been like, yo, nigga, come over here and start jitting too.
I didn't know Weezy could jit until like 2 weeks ago. He posted some shit of him in like freshman year.
He's going to always find a way to dance. Weezy's a dancer, okay?
Chill out. Don't.
Weezy going to dance for sure. For sure.
I didn't believe it. I thought he retired, and he.
Well, he tries to do the I retire shit now, but
he let me know that was him. Like he could hit that footwork.
Yeah, whether it's that, the Dougie, anything, he gonna be out here dancing this shit. So shout out to Weezy. And that's not even like a shot, but like shout out to him.
And I know my nigga Weezy like to get a good drink or 3 in him, and I know he gonna be out there sweating, having a good time.
Man, that's just really unfortunate, dog. And it's just sad. I don't know if you seen it was a video, and I guess like a week ago he had posted a video like, man, Detroit's on the rise.
Yeah.
And man, the city is turning the corner and this and that, and then like a week later, out of here.
I have famously said on this I won't say famous, but I've said on this podcast more than once, make downtown dangerous again. I've said it out my own mouth, and I will never say that statement again because I don't agree with it. There should be safe places that we could go in the city. There should be safe places that I can take my family, my children, even me, and just know that we can have a good time and return home. Being able to return home is a blessing. And that man left out of his home Sunday afternoon to tailgate and have a good time, kick it with his people, jit, eat good food, laugh, joke, and be merry. And that man did not make it back home.
Try to break up a fight.
Yeah. And he didn't make it back home that night. 2 people didn't make it back home that night. And that's scary and it's unfortunate. Detroit is a dangerous place. This is my home. I love it here. I try and navigate it. Humans are dangerous, and Detroit is a whole nother element when you add to it. You know, I know the city said there's not going to be any tailgating at all this week out of reverence and respect for the people that we lost. And then tailgating will return the week after, and it's going to look completely different. There's going to be a lot of restrictions in place. Things that were not in place 2 weeks ago are going to be there now.
I don't know what you can do to police a nigga with attitude. You know what I'm saying? 2 niggas who, not even them 2, because I didn't want to go through all the whole thing of he say, she say, this what happened, all that shit. But like, how do you police a person with a bad attitude or a person who feels, how do you police somebody who can't de-escalate, who can't conflict,
who doesn't possess conflict resolution skills, who doesn't even have the desire to want to pipe down?
No matter what you do, no matter what kind of shit you have put in place, you can't fix a nigga like that. Well, there's only one way to fix a nigga like that. Watch the party die.
Yeah.
At some point, though, it will have to come to a situation where it's like you can be a productive member of society or you can lead a society.
We're reaching that precipice now. I don't know what the tipping point itself is going to be. I don't know what the event is going to be, but I feel like we're slowly reaching that.
I don't think so.
You think it's coming faster?
I don't think we're going to reach it. Because all you got to do now is stop rewarding the bad behavior. You ain't got to go kill nobody. You ain't got to we ain't got to get rid of people. Oh, every time we go out, you start fucking up. Nigga, you can't leave with us no more. We not fucking with you. Oh, you keep stealing? You swiping? You scamming? We're not fucking with you no more. Every time you come over for the family cookout, you want to get into a fight. You're not invited no more. We can't keep rewarding poor behavior. You got to be ostracized in society. Now, that may cause another chain reaction. Who knows? But we can't keep rewarding poor behavior, man.
Yeah. Somber way to kind of put a button on the show.
Got to keep that shit away from me, dog. I don't want none of that negative energy around me. One of the 48 laws of power is basically avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Nigga, you on a losing streak? Stay your losing ass away from me, dog. Stay away from fucking losers, dog. You got to. They unlucky, unhappy, miserable people. Stay your miserable ass the fuck away from me. You know how somebody can walk into a room, Renita, walk into a room and bubble that motherfucker up?
Nigga, everybody is happy to see her. Everybody is happy to see her.
You know how somebody can walk in a room and kill the fucking mood of the room?
Fuck yeah.
Get your miserable, unhappy, unlucky ass the fuck away from me because I don't want none of that weak ass energy. Sorry. Can't do it. I don't want you a loser.
No,
Get your loser ass. That sounds worse.
Get your bunk ass, loser ass up out of here.
I ain't fucking with it. Oh, you gotta go.
I agree. I do got a music pick this week from a collective that I speak nothing but good things about. 777. B. Louie dropped his new project, Westside Playeristic. And off of this new project is a song called Lou Williams. That is my music pick of the week. B. Louie be talking that player shit. West Side niggas support West Side niggas.
West Side stick together, right?
Goddamn right. Not them niggas who be putting carnival cheese on they fucking chili cheese fries.
What's carnival cheese?
The squeeze cheese, nigga. That's carnival cheese. Cheese Whiz. You get that shit when you go to the fucking state fair and put it on your corn dogs. West Side niggas use sliced cheese because we civilized.
I got nothing in my heart.
Nothing
I
but
got nothing
love.
but love in my heart for West Side niggas.
Nothing but love. So shout out to the young West Side player. Again, Lou Williams, off of B. Louie's new project, West Side Player-listic. I feel like we should get to the studio and kick it with them niggas. I know Mike George gotta know them niggas. Dave Hill, Baby Mark. They're part of the whole team. Say It Ain't Porsche. I know McFly was like their official DJ, so I mean we can probably shake and make it happen. We haven't had a guest in a while since we moved back to the apartment. Moved back to the house.
Cause niggas can't come to my house.
No, but I'm saying we can pull up on a guest. I wouldn't
set something up there, nigga.
Yeah, I wouldn't dare be like, yeah, this is Jason's address. Just pull up 8:30 on a Friday night. We'll be here.
Nah, not happening.
You still won't extend me the courtesy to stay the night. Did you put them socks on? Did you try them socks on?
I did. They fit.
They did fit?
They did.
You're welcome.
I said thank you.
I still want to get you the card, and I want you to read it because it's very emotional.
Yeah, you should get the card.
It's very emotional, and I just want you to reciprocate the friendship, reciprocate the love that I'm trying to give you.
I've given you enough therapy sessions for free. That is all the love that
reciprocate the love I'm trying to give to you. We got a whose man's is this?
Whose
the Chinese zoo
is I'm trying to be positive this week. Kwame Kilpatrick. Have you been to Kwame's church?
No, can't say that I have.
I really enjoy listening to him speak.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but I believe it.
What kind of church is it?
He just be out there reading from the Bible. Like all his videos and everything, his sermons and his live streams, they'd be on point. So I think I'm gonna go in there one day.
Okay.
I wanna see for myself.
Because you got a thing about mega churches.
Yeah, I don't trust them.
You got to think about big churches and not necessarily big churches, but the new age churches.
Yeah, that shit ain't right. Well, I don't know if it ain't right or not.
Where the pastor wear dunks and a Mary jeans on a Sunday morning. You don't.
I don't necessarily care if you're wearing dunks or not, but I don't need y'all to keep making rap songs. We don't gotta do that.
You hate when niggas pedal rap to you.
Don't rap to me, dog. Please don't rap to me, dog. Please don't. Cause I think you think low of me. I think you think that the only way I can get across to this fucking brute is to soothe him with music. Let me talk
with
to
rap
their language.
Music.
I don't like that, man. I'm smart.
Get
you can
Jesus
talk to me
and please us.
Yeah, I don't
give
like
your
that
money
shit.
because he needs us.
Black people are not monolithic. You know what I'm saying? We have a wide variety of different personalities, different educational levels, different understandings. We got a vast knowledge of information, and you don't got the least common denominator gonna be rap music. Let me rap to him. I don't like that.
Rap connects us on a certain level.
No, it don't.
Does it?
No, it don't.
Okay.
Now you can say music connects. Music definitely stimulates portions of the brain that nothing else can do, for sure. It opens you up to be suggested different things, for sure. Don't rap to me, dog. And don't take secular music and try to churchy that shit up because the God speaks against that specifically. You can't take nothing that's made for the devil and then try to cloak that devilness around some scripture. That's you dirtying up the scripture. You're not cleaning up the devil.
You don't want to put no 808s on
No, them evil keys.
You don't want to put no 808s on some gospel music?
Now, granted, I do know that to be the case, and I have found my homeboy Ken be sending me a video of one pastor. I can't think of his name. He had remember Dame Lillard had put him in a rap, and then he had responded to Dame through sermon. I cannot think. I follow his page, his YouTube channel. I'm watching his sermons and shit sometimes too. But he gave up the scripture and was like, you can't take the secular music and then try to church. Basically, can't church it up, but he supported that like with scripture, and like he always think whatever I say, I'm a supporter with scripture. It ain't about to be
I
like
think that's the
it ain't about to be an opinion based. And sometimes you gotta live with what he say, or you don't got to, but he always bring it back to scripture, and like that's gonna be key. And it be some uncomfortable things, but like, look, it's all supported by scripture. Now, whether you believe the scripture or not, that's another thing. But
one thing I will say about the word is that it don't change.
and I can't let the world change me. You feel me?
No, I feel that. I get that exactly.
I can't let the world change me. If anything, I can change the world. But like it is what it is, man. So remember last week we was talking about the get to and don't not to have to get to and all that stuff. I had a conversation with somebody about that this week or last week, and they called me or they text me and was like, I didn't know what this text meant. I was like, fuck did I do now? But it was like, yo, we talked, like, look out for my call later on today. Something you said resonated with me last week, and we should discuss. I'm like, what the fuck did I say? But it was all good. And then I just had I had some of the moments this week. Did you see on the news where I forget the high school, but they're putting wash machines inside of the high school?
They're doing it in DPS schools.
Yeah, so they can, so the parents can come in there and wash clothes and help.
This has been it's been piloted in other cities.
Yeah,
there's been principals, or like there was a principal in Jersey,
and a woman was like, "Man, this just helped me so much," and blah blah blah. So I was thinking, like, listen, man, this is one of those things we was talking about where it's like, you don't gotta wash clothes. You get to wash clothes. Because some people can't do that simple thing. The thing that you don't want to do on Saturday because, I got to wash, dry, put away. Well, I got to go take my kid to school, wash clothes, and then pack all that shit up so I can go to work. And this is the best place for me to do. Shout out to DPS for doing that because it's definitely needed in certain circumstances. But that's one of those things, man.
And then, like, I feel like the schools, we put a lot on teachers. We put a lot on schools and the administration. And if the school can continue to be a resource and a safe space for children and families,
you know what should be a safe place?
Support.
The church. Put them washing machines at church. Maybe they'll come to church on Sunday. Throw a load downstairs and come up here for 11 o'clock service. Maybe that'll be a thing. It's supposed to be a safe haven in the community. Should be food there. It should be, I should get my salvation there. Spiritual, nutritional, everything.
Look, man.
It's enough money. All these fucking mega churches, fam, you driving up in a fucking Bentley in the poorest neighborhood in the fucking city, put some washing machines in that motherfucker.
All I'm going to say is that, like, being a young man, I remember this vividly. When my grandfather was a pastor, he preached at a church out in Wayne, Michigan, New Hope Baptist Church. And some of y'all remember the old New Hope before they, sold it, moved into a new building with new leadership. The gentleman that took over after my grandfather retired is still the pastor there. But I remember as a young man, there was food every Sunday, hot food every Sunday in where the fellowship hall.
There was breakfast at Spring Hill. And it was breakfast in the mornings.
And it wasn't no dinners is $10 tonight. You go downstairs, you get a plate, you stand in line, you can get a hot meal after church and a piece of cake. And a little glass of juice.
You get to church early enough before Sunday school, there was breakfast.
And I'm just saying, man, I don't run a church. I understand that the church is a faith-based business in some regards. There's some I've seen it both ends.
It's the Sunday is church service, but Monday through Saturday is the business of church.
Yeah.
And it is a business.
And I agree with you wholeheartedly. The people of this church shouldn't be hungry. They should
not be hungry if they're giving you 10% of their money. Like all these people coming here and they're dropping 10% in tithes and a regular offering. They shouldn't be hungry.
But I see also churches giving away like food baskets and things of that nature, like the church should be a resource center. Plain and simple. You know, I don't run a church yet. I feel like that's probably going to be my call one of these days. That's going to happen. But, you know, I do feel like the church should be a resource center, and they should be feeding the community not only spiritually, but physically.
Yeah.
So that's
all
it.
right, man.
We're going to do the Benny on that.
Yeah, for sure.
You just going to insert it? Okay. So this your man, Dame, 3_313 on Instagram and on TikTok. Wild Dame 313 on the Elon Musk. I really feel like I didn't get that one opportunity because I was probably still talking a little bit crazy, but that's just who I am. So, you know, everything that God has for me is for me. And somehow, some way, you're going to see me and Jay doing some big things real soon. We've gotten really close on a few different occasions. One of these opportunities got to bite. So, you know, keep us prayed up.
Shout out to y'all, 440 weeks in a row. We consistent. Can't count on niggas, can't count on weather, but you can count on Shop Talk Podcast.
Jay and Dame, God damn it.
When you see the blue and the black, you know where you at. It's Shop Talk Podcast. I'm not saying we the Rockefeller podcast, but we are Jay and Dame.
Hell yeah.
Peace.
Ooh.